It's Monday, November 13th, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski with the latest local news, including a silver alert canceled for a Milford teen, a former restaurant owner charged with selling drugs in Darien, and much more. Kevin Coleman in for Frank Granito with your forecast and a Nutmeg Sports update, and Donald Lang joins us later to take a look back on this day in history. But first, a silver alert has been canceled for a Milford teen reported missing last Wednesday. Now, police say that on Friday, 17-year-old Anthony DeBenedette was found safe and in Maine. Now, a silver alert had been issued for the Jonathan Law High School student after he told his mother he was going to Branford to see his father, and then his father discovered Anthony's backpack and cell phone at his residence but never saw Anthony. Now, police did not release additional details but said that he is safe and sound. In other news, Darien police have arrested a former restaurant owner for allegedly selling prescription drugs and marijuana out of his home. Darien police say 67-year-old Benjamin Bruno Jr. had been selling oxycodone from his home at 10 Henry Street near Middlesex Middle School. Now, Bruno was once the owner of the Norotan Heights restaurant Benny's, which closed in 2008. Now, with assistance from the Stamford Police Narcotics and Organized Crime Unit, officers purchased oxycodone from Bruno at his residence and acquired warrants for his arrest following the sale. Now, a search of Bruno's home produced more than 75 pills of oxycodone and oxycontin and more than an ounce of marijuana. Now, packaging materials and equipment at the scene indicated that Bruno had intended to sell the marijuana as well, according to police. Now, he was placed under arrest and charged with 2 counts of sale of a controlled substance within 1,500 feet of a school, as well as possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell. Now, he is due to appear in court on November 20th. And Hearst, Connecticut media reports that a 40-year-old Stratford woman is facing multiple charges after allegedly causing a head-on collision while traveling the wrong way down Route 8 in Derby on Friday. Connecticut State Police say Jessica Carafiello was traveling north in the southbound lane of Route 8 in a Ford SUV when she allegedly struck a Subaru crossover sedan head-on. Now, the driver of that sedan, a Seymour man, swerved but was unable to avoid colliding with Carafiello's vehicle. Paramedics were called to the scene and transported the man to the hospital. An accident report from state police said the man was suspected to have suffered minor injuries only. Now, Carafiello of Middlebrook Road was charged with operating under the influence of drugs or alcohol, failure to drive in the proper lane down a multi-lane highway, and driving the wrong way. She is due in court on November 27th. And in other news, state police last Thursday confiscated heroin and crack following a traffic stop on Route 8. Now, troopers responded to a report of a car evading a crash on Route 8 northbound exit 36 on-ramp and later located the vehicle and stopped it. Now, while speaking with the vehicle occupants, troopers learned that the front seat passenger had an outstanding warrant for his arrest. That passenger, 21-year-old Tamir Ramo, was wanted by Waterbury police for third-degree robbery. Now, after taking Ramo into custody, troopers found 2 plastic grocery bags stuffed in his underwear. Those bags contained approximately 600 packets of heroin, 1 ounce of crack cocaine, and over $600 in cash. He was taken into custody and charged with possession of heroin with intent to sell and possession of cocaine with intent to sell. He was turned over to the custody of Waterbury Police Department on his robbery charges. And the Shelton police are investigating a vehicle that hit a telephone pole and then fled the scene. This happened Sunday, November 5th. The Shelton police responded to the area of Poplar Drive and Surin Drive around 6 a.m. on a report of an evading motor vehicle accident. Now, Shelton police said officers arrived to the scene and discovered a telephone pole securing a transformer which contained PCP material down across Poplar Drive. The same officers also observed that a fire hydrant had also been hit. Now, Shelton police determined the damage was caused by a 2002 or a 2003 Jeep Liberty. The investigation is ongoing, and they're asking anyone with information to contact the Shelton Police Department at 203-924-1544. And in Stratford, a zoning commission race that finished with a 1-vote margin will be subject to a recount today. The Registrar of Voters office announced Thursday that the votes in the District 3 zoning commission contest between Democrat Barbara Heimlich and Republican Alec Vokola will be recounted this morning in the Town Hall Council chambers. Now, Heimlich defeated Vokola 919 to 918 in Tuesday night's election. The recount rule is triggered when a race is decided by less than 20 votes. Now, Republican Republican Richard Fredette, Chris Silvani, and Mike Henrich won the other 3 zoning commission contests on Tuesday. You can look for updates at StratfordStar.com. But taking a turn now, going to throw it over to Kevin Coleman for a look at your forecast. Kevin.
Thank you, Kate. Not looking too good today with rain in the forecast for the next couple hours. Mostly cloudy skies through the early afternoon today with temperatures in the low to mid 40s. There's a chance that cloud cover will break for some late afternoon sunshine today before we see partly cloudy skies overnight with a low of 31. A mix of sun and clouds around the county tomorrow with temperatures back in the 40s, the mid 40s, maybe even crack the 50s, but a chance with some light breeze tomorrow with a wind gust between 10 to 15 miles per hour during the day, and then cold overnight tomorrow with clear skies and the temperature falling into the 20s. A little warmer on Wednesday, but much more of the same during the day. On and off clouds throughout the day and throughout, temperatures peaking in the low to mid 50s. Cloud cover will start to increase in the evening and overcast skies on Wednesday night with some scattered showers starting late, carrying into Thursday morning. That's going to do it for your weather update. And Kate, looks like the Indian summer is finally coming to an end. We're finally getting ready for that winter time.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. We're going to step out for a break. When we come back, Donald Eng will take a look back on this day in history. Kevin has your Nutmeg Sports Update, and we have some more local news coming up after this.
Yeah, Dad.
Kyle, I need you to update the financial statements.
I took care of that yesterday, Dad.
Mac, I need you to get those deals approved.
They're all done, Mr. Miller.
Jeff, I need you to order lunch for the meeting. They can't do a thing without me.
Right now, lease a 2017 Sentra S for only $97 a month.
I'm never going to retire.
Bankwell combines the best personalized service with high-tech banking features for our customers' convenience. We pride ourselves on being a strong community partner. You don't settle for average in anything else you do. Why settle for an average bank? Don't just bank when you can bank well instead. Visit mybankwell.com for more. Manfredi New Canaan is celebrating 3 exceptional years selling Rolex watches and fine jewelry to the Fairfield County community. We appreciate all our loyal clients and look forward to welcoming and helping you discover the perfect gift to celebrate life's most important occasions.
At Galt, we always put you first. As your full-service home heating partner, we provide expert delivery, installation, and maintenance for all your heating needs with knowledgeable, friendly professionals that give you peace of mind 24/7. Galt Family Companies, you first since 1863. At Galt, we always...
Welcome back to this November 13th edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and it's time to take a look back on this day in history with Donald Eng. Don.
Well, Kate, 35 years ago, a long-delayed homecoming. First, though, we're going to go back 90 years to 1927. The Holland Tunnel opens as the first Hudson River tunnel linking New Jersey and New York. Now, the tunnel was named after lead engineer Clifford Holland, who worked himself to death at age 41 on the tunnel. And if you've ever been to a classic car show, you know that those 1920s cars were not exactly emissions compliant. So why don't people asphyxiate in the tunnel during traffic backups? The answer? 28 ventilation fans, each the size of a car. 28 ventilation shafts, each fed by 3 fans, completely changing the air in the 1.8-mile tunnel every 90 seconds. 1940, the Disney animated film Fantasia is released, consisting of a series of short films set to classical music, the best known of which is Sorcerer's Apprentice there. It was the 3rd Disney animated film after Snow White and Pinocchio, and it was intended as a comeback for the mouse there, who had hit a bit of a decline in his career. It has since been re-edited and re-released numerous times over the years. 1947, Mikhail Kalashnikov submits the AK-47 to the Soviet government. That's him right there. It wasn't the first assault rifle, but it is, without question, the best known and most produced, equipping dozens of armies, insurgency groups, counterinsurgency groups, you name it. Here is a crazy stat. Of all the guns that exist in the world today, 1 in 5 is a derivative of the AK-47. If that shocks you, I guarantee you it does not shock the guys in this next video clip. We now go to 1982 for this.
Veterans Day, November 11th, 1982, and the 12th and 13th, In Washington, D.C., America's Vietnam veterans finally came home. At Arlington National Cemetery, where many of the fallen lie. At the Washington Monument Mall, where raged the huge anti-war protests of a decade ago. At the White House, where formed many of the major decisions of the 14 years of fighting. And at their own memorial for the nearly 58,000 who died or who are still officially listed as missing. The veterans marched down Constitution Avenue, and the new memorial means the circle is complete in the tragedy and heroism and history of America's war in Vietnam.
Yes, that was on this day, 1982, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial dedicated in Washington, D.C. after a march to the site by thousands of veterans. Consisting of 72 polished gabbro panels etched with the names of those killed and missing in action, one can simultaneously see your own reflection and the names on the wall. They are listed chronologically and without rank. They have been added as recently as 2010 for 6 men who died of war wounds incurred in battle. That as you look back today, for today, November 13th, and I'm Don Lang.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Well, in other local news, as Tropical Storm Philippe's winds and lashing rain gave way to blue skies and balmy temperatures 2 weeks ago, Ridgefield residents were left wondering how long it would be before the lights came back on. Now, annoyance turned to outright anger quickly as Eversource's plan to restore power and clear roads stretched. Now, school in Ridgefield was canceled twice and 2,300 homes lost power. Now, for the school district, those 2 closings pushed the last day of school back to June 14th, leaving an additional 8 days in the school calendar that the district can use for other storm closings. Now, police and town emergency services both noted that the town's new communication system installed in August of last year did perform flawlessly through the storm. Police Captain Jeff Kreitz said he also believed the program of trimming back dead limbs did reduce the amount of outages in town. While Eversource's dull response time frustrated First Selectman Rudy Marconi all the more, as the power company announced just days before the storm hit that it would be hiking rates for its customers. You can get a lot more on that story at theridgefieldpress.com. And the Bridgeport Rescue Mission's Great Thanksgiving Project is underway to bring food, coats, and encouragement to thousands of people hurting throughout coastal Fairfield County. Now, with the support of donors, volunteers, and corporate sponsors, the mission will provide more than 3,200 turkeys and bags of fixings for low-income members of the community. In addition, more than 15,000 coats and items of winter wear will be given away to people of all ages. Now, the mission produced a video about the project. Take a look.
Oh, Thanksgiving, being around family, being around loved ones.
Thanksgiving is not Thanksgiving without the turkeys.
It's really hard out there, you know. And knowing that it's getting cold.
Well, I came to get a coat and the Thanksgiving turkey.
Being that they're doing all this, everything, it helps a lot of families. A lot of people wouldn't have anything to help with.
I did find him a coat. I found him 2 nice coats.
It helps a lot of people that are really in need. This is like my first year, I believe. It's been helpful this year, a lot.
Now, if you want to help, donations can be delivered to the Mission's Donation Center at 1069 Connecticut Avenue, Unit 2B in Bridgeport, Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5. Now, they need to be received, though, by this Wednesday, November 15th, so they can be sorted, bagged, and prepared for the Great Thanksgiving Project. You can also get more information at any of our HAN Network news sites. And in other news, Help Our Military Heroes of Easton has been awarded a $70,000 grant from Newman's Own Foundation, the independent foundation created by the late actor and philanthropist Paul Newman. Now, Newman's Own Foundation made the award to help our military heroes as part of a broader commitment to support military personnel, veterans, and their families. Now, this funding will help the organization further its mission of providing wheelchair-accessible, adaptive minivans to our nation's most traumatically wounded, injured, and ill veterans. Now, Help Our Military Heroes was co-founded by Lori and Ted Hollander of Easton and Mary Beth Vandergrift of Danbury in December 2009. Since its inception, it has raised more than $2.5 million and provided funding for 90 brand new, fully customized minivans. Now, more information is available at helpourmilitaryheroes.org. And Navy Captain Peter Wickel participated in a SEAL training demonstration Saturday as part of the Maritime Aquarium's Veterans Day weekend. Now, Wickel, a Ridgefield resident, retired in 2009 after a 39-year Navy career with the honorific title of Bullfrog 13 as the longest-serving active-duty SEAL. Now, his roles included Deputy Commander of Special Operations Command South and Commanding Officer of the Kennedy Irregular Warfare Center at the Office of Navy Intelligence. Now, RASL Seal, the harbor seal that Captain Wickel worked with on Veterans Day, actually served in the Navy herself, having been trained in the 1980s to retrieve objects from the seafloor. All right, very cool there. But let's throw it back over to Kevin Coleman now for your Nutmeg Sports Update. Kevin.
Thank you, Kate. We've got to give a shout out to our Week 8 winners of Athlete of the Week. It was Matt Sermonaro of Fairfield Ward Football and Veronica O'Rourke of St. Joe's Soccer. Sermonaro ran for 2 scores and threw for another touchdown, leading the Mustangs to a 32-29 victory over the Brian McMahon Senators on Friday. Sermonaro ran for 84 yards, passed for 123, and ran for a 2-point conversion as Ward improved to 4-4. And for Veronica O'Rourke, she knocked away what would have been a tying goal on the goal line that expired when the Cadets defeated Staples High 1-0 to win the FCIAC title on Friday night. O'Rourke, a senior, finished with 11 saves as St. Joe's won the final after finishing as runner-up the past 2 years. And on Saturday afternoon, the HN Network was live at Norwalk High School as the Bears hosted the Trinity Catholic Crusaders. Let's take a look at some of the highlights as the Bears went home with a victory on Senior Day, 27-7.
Second and 5 now after the penalty. Low snap. Gordon recovers, wants to take a shot down the left side, and it's in the breadbasket. Touchdown, Jalen Elliott.
Great double move by Elliott, makes himself open, and not by much. He only got open by about a step, Frank.
Should they not gain any yards on this play, it would be a 27-yard attempt. As they bring Hall in motion and give to A.J. on the jet sweep. Cutting it up, finds a lane, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Norwalk. A big reason is because of how active he is in the run game as well as the passing game. And this ball is picked off in the passing game. It is the freshman Khalil Eason. As the second quarter will start with a screenplay here as Marlon Brown leaked out to the left side. Brown in a foot race down the sideline, and it is not one he often loses. He is into the end zone. Touchdown.
These long runs are going to take a toll, and it just leads to more long runs.
Well, here's another run, and it is over the goal line. Touchdown, Ensminger from 10 yards out, and it is now 26-0 Bears.
And again, right there, you see Norwalk with a nice win on Senior Day as they beat Trinity Catholic 27-7. And sophomore quarterback Kyle Gordon continues his stellar sophomore campaign, throwing for 2 touchdowns, and senior Ishwa Ensminger ran extremely well as the Norwalk Bears did whatever they wanted in the run game. As we take a look at some of the other FCIAC football scores around the county, Staples Wreckers blank the Stanford Black Knights 42-0. St. Joe's are all over the Brian McMahon Senators 49-0. New Canaan took down Ludlow 45-0. Richfield took down the Ward Mustangs 55-0. The Greenwich Cardinals continue their great season as they beat Danbury 57-7. Wilton, a big win for them, 57-6 winners over the West Hill Vikings. And finally, the Darien Blue Wave continue their winning streak as they beat the Central Hilltoppers 42-0. That's going to do it for your Nutmeg Sports Update. Be sure to tune in to Nutmeg Sports at 2 p.m. with myself today as I take over for Frank Granito, as we'll be joined with Mike Suppy as well. That'll do it for your Nutmeg Sports Update. Kate, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. We're going to step out for a break. When we come back, we're going to recap some of the top stories we're following today after this.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
Whether you're looking for a great test prep program, tutoring to boost your grades, or a blast-off toward the college of your dreams, C2 Education is here to help. There is nothing one-size-fits-all about our programs. We offer customized tutoring and test prep for each student. Call us today at 203-423-3328.
At Rings End, we say it's time to re-love your home. Time to refresh and reinvigorate the way you live. And whether you're redoing something big or small, remember the letters RE stand for Rings End. We're the new model in home remodeling.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
Welcome back to this Monday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, recapping some of the top stories we're following today. Now, a silver alert has been canceled for a Milford teen that was reported missing last Wednesday. Police say that on Friday, 17-year-old Anthony DeBenedette was found safe and in Maine. A silver alert had been issued for the Jonathan Law High School student after he told his mother he was going to Brantford to see his father, and then his father discovered Anthony's backpack and cell phone at his home, but never saw his son. Now, police did not release additional details, but said he is safe and sound. In other news, Darien police have arrested a former Darien restaurant owner for allegedly selling prescription drugs and marijuana out of his home. Now, Darien police say 67-year-old Benjamin Bruno Jr. had been selling oxycodone from his home at 10 Henry Street, which is near Middlesex Middle School. Bruno was once the owner of the Norotan Heights restaurant Benny's, which closed in 2008. Now, with assistance from the Stamford Police Narcotics and Organized Crime Unit, officers purchased oxycodone from Bruno at his home and then acquired warrants for his arrest following that sale. Well, a search of Bruno's home produced more than 75 pills of oxycodone and oxycontin and more than an ounce of marijuana. Police said packaging material and equipment at the scene indicated that Bruno intended to sell that marijuana as well. Well, he was placed under arrest and charged with 2 counts of sale of a controlled substance within 1,500 feet of a school, as well as possession with intent to sell. Now, he's due to appear in court on November 20th. And Hearst, Connecticut media reports that a 40-year-old Stratford woman is facing multiple charges after allegedly causing a head-on collision while traveling the wrong way down Route 8 in Derby on Friday. Connecticut State Police say Jessica Carafiello was traveling north in the southbound left-hand lane of Route 8 in a Ford SUV when she struck a Subaru crossover sedan head-on. Well, the driver of that sedan, a Seymour man, swerved but was unable to avoid colliding with Carafiello's vehicle. Paramedics were called to the scene and transported the man to the hospital. An accident report said that the man was suspected to have only suffered minor injuries. Carafiello of Middlebrook Road was charged with operating under the influence, failure to drive in the proper lane, and driving the wrong way down a highway. She is due in Derby Superior Court on November 27th. And state police last Thursday confiscated heroin and crack following a traffic stop on Route 8. Now, troopers responded to a reported evading crash on Route 8 northbound near exit 36 and later located and stopped that vehicle near exit 40. Now, while speaking with the vehicle occupants, troopers learned that the front seat passenger had an outstanding warrant for his arrest. That passenger, 21-year-old Tamir Ramo, was wanted by Waterbury police for third-degree robbery. After taking Ramo into custody, troopers found 2 plastic grocery bags stuffed in his underwear. Those bags contained approximately 600 packets of heroin, 1 ounce of crack cocaine, and over $600 in cash. He was taken into custody and facing several drug charges. All right, taking a turn now, we're going to get one final look at your forecasts with Kevin Coleman.
Thank you, Kate. Not looking too good today with rain in the forecast for the next couple hours. Mostly cloudy skies through the early afternoon today with temperatures in the low to mid 40s. There's a chance that cloud cover will break for some late afternoon sun before we see partly cloudy skies overnight with a low of 31. A mix of sun and clouds around the county tomorrow with temperatures back in the mid 40s. A little breezy tomorrow with wind gusts between 10 to 15 miles per hour during the day, and then cold overnight tomorrow with clear skies and temperatures falling down, yes, into the 20s. And a little warmer on Wednesday, but much of the same during the day, on and off clouds and some sun throughout the day with temperatures peaking in the low 50s. Cloud cover will start to increase in the evening and overcast skies on Wednesday night with some scattered showers starting late and carrying into Thursday morning. That's going to do it for your weather update. Kate, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. We're going to wrap things up here on your coffee break. Nutmeg Sports coming up at 2 o'clock. Be sure to check it out. And we'll see you tomorrow for your coffee break at 11. Have a great day.